Hey, welcome back to Meet the Builder series. Today we're interviewing developer Gregory Rice. Gregory is with Nexus Property Management, and he has an extensive background in property management, which is mostly residential units. He took a church, and you're going to see this in a couple of moments, and he turned this church and the rectory into 32 luxury units. But the reason why I wanted to highlight you, Greg, is because of the quality of care and construction that you put into this while leaving some of the unique elements. I've never seen anybody do this before. It's the first of its kind. So I wanted to invite our viewers to come in and meet you as well as tour this beautiful property.
Yeah,
Yeah, so thank you so much, Greg. Can you tell us a little bit about what the inspiration was to put apartments into a church?
absolutely. I mean, do you want to know the true inspiration?
Greg, nothing anymore surprises me about you.
All right, well, here you go. My inspiration was this. I was at my lake house, I rolled a joint, and I smoked it. And then I said, wouldn't it be a great idea to put apartments in a church?
Okay.
So 3 years later, here we are. And to your point, I had to thread the needle of new construction in old construction. So you're going to see original stained glass, new flooring, new heating units, original doors, new hardware. It's just kind of eclectic mix of modern and old school. And as you see the units as we go through, Bentley Builders had to exercise extreme care
Sure.
and caution to make sure that they didn't get a piece of paint, they didn't break a window, they didn't throw something out by accident, and they did that.
Yeah, not an easy thing to do. The shell was all preserved as well, too. The terracotta roof is still on. You still have some beautiful accents that resemble the church. So the community sees the exterior as it was. Absolutely beautiful. Let's go ahead. Let's tour some of these units. We're going to pick 3 units out today to take you on a tour of. Awesome. Thanks, Greg.
Thank you.
Welcome. Lucky number 13.
That's right.
Oh yeah, this is a cool unit. All right, so we're on the first floor in the church, and this is a 1 bed with an office.
Yeah.
I love this unit. This is actually one of my favorite units right here.
A nice bump up in the ceiling. And we have a camera system.
Yeah.
We have an on-site superintendent that lives on the property. So it's 24/7 eyeballs.
Oh, that's great. You're going to notice all of the beautiful touches with the white cabinetry in the kitchen, in the bathroom, the stone counters, stainless steel appliances. Everything's brand new. Beautiful earth tone flooring and colors, white, nice and bright. You almost feel like you're in an art studio as well, which I love. So people can come in and they can make it their own.
And you can add colors, like our friends at JL and Paradise there, they orange, right? When does orange ever work? But because it's so white and neutral, you can add colors and you can go wherever you want with it as far as design goes.
I love what you've done for this. And a lot of people may not realize it yet. They're going to thank you for it later on. But this building was sitting vacant and it could have gone, it could have just gone to
the ground.
To the ground, yeah, for lack of better words. But you came in, you revitalized it. And when you revitalize buildings like this, you keep the shell of it, which is beautiful. The community still has that church. It still has the presence, but now it provides housing for people, which is great. So it's better to be housing than absolutely empty. And you're adding to the tax roll, which helps the schools, which helps public services. And you're providing 32 housing units to people that are, in need of that. And by the way, these are not affordable units.
No.
They're unaffordable.
They're unaffordable. Okay. We call it market rate. Woonsocket already has enough subsidized housing.
Agreed.
Let's balance the scale. And let's get some good blood into a very distressed neighborhood.
People renting here are professionals. They're people that work for the city, for the state.
We got a lot of nurses,
doctors,
a lot of remote
nurses.
Workers, people that don't even have to leave. They just set up in their office. So it's attracting what I anticipated.
That's awesome. Good stuff. Beautiful unit. Let's check the rest of it out.
This is my favorite. This is my favorite part.
All right.
This is how it should feel.
Yeah.
This is like a New York City, Boston style, big loft, big ceilings, a lot of windows. You know, this is almost 800 square feet. King size bed upstairs, office, dining area,
Yeah.
lounge, you know,
It's got
living
it
room
all.
area. You could host a mixer in here. Like, this is a nice unit for somebody.
Greg, when you were developing these apartments, this second floor didn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the altar was actually under us on the first floor. We're
Mhm.
actually midway up. Can you talk about what you had to do to establish the second floor?
Yeah, we had to create steel pilings inside the property. So imagine a parking garage where you see all the steel beams
Yeah,
every X amount of feet. We had to build a structure within a structure.
yeah, it's wild.
Wild. So you have a big circular church, and then you have to put a square inside of that circle.
Yeah.
So it's literally square peg, round hole.
Now, who is the architect that assisted with that?
ZDS Architects in
Yeah.
Providence, Amy Lombardo and Eric Zwena. Unbelievable.
Yeah, they did a great job.
This was their idea, by the way.
Yeah,
I had nothing to do with this. All I said was maximize the space.
that's beautiful. So you've got this second floor here, and then you actually have a third floor
Yeah,
in some of the units, which is lofted space.
it's great.
Yeah, let's check this out. Can we
Sure.
see this?
Sure.
After you. And you've got the ductless mini splits.
Yep, heat and AC.
Yeah, I love how you kept the design of the original windows. I mean, the stained glass is gone.
Correct.
The church took that when you purchased it, right? Yeah,
Correct.
yeah. And some of it's still here, like in
Yeah,
the
some
lobby
I have
area.
preserved.
And this roof, I love it. What is this called? Terracotta.
Correct.
This is like a Mediterranean style,
Yes.
beautiful roof. I love this.
It's old and new combined.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah, it's stunning. Beautiful job. Yeah, and you can move right in here. These are all brand new. Nobody's ever lived in these. So this is an exciting thing. Great. So what's this unit called? This is the lofted unit. And you
Yeah.
have how many of these?
There's two of these, and
Two of
I
these.
call it the John Gotti suite.
The John Gotti suite.
That's
John
right.
Gotti was Catholic too.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
So this
Right.
is the nicest unit in my opinion. The one next to us
yeah.
is the same, but it's not staged, so you don't get the same
Okay.
vibe.
So Greg, we're standing here in one of 10 micro lofts. Talk about these units a little bit.
These don't have living rooms.
Okay.
So I took this idea from the arcade in Providence.
Oh yeah.
They have their micro units there. The beds come down from the wall and things like that. So it's not as extreme, but I said, how can we maximize the space, but also make them feel like it's a big unit?
Yeah.
So these are about, I think, 300 square feet, give or take. It's small.
They feel bigger than that.
But
They
you
do.
have an upstairs to yourself and you have a downstairs. So I think that separation psychologically people will appreciate.
Yeah, I agree with that. And it's light, it's airy. You know, you got these tall ceilings, which
Mhm.
also really help make the space feel spacious.
That's right.
All brand new. Again, this unit nobody's ever lived in. Nobody's ever lived in any of these units.
That's right. How often can you say that?
Not often.
Kitchen, I didn't slack
Hmm.
at all. A lot of cabinets, plenty of counter space, full size appliances, stainless steel, your favorite pull down faucet,
Spray
nozzle.
Yeah.
Nice quartz countertops. Like I didn't cut any corners. Beautiful cabinetry. Just, you know, I wanted the kitchen to remain normalized, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
But the sacrifice is you have a smaller dining area.
I love how you kept the architecture, you kept everything intact, right?
Yeah.
All of the details of the church where you could keep it. And you've got these archways here with what, a closet underneath?
Yeah, closet space is actually plentiful in these units.
Yeah.
12-foot closet. You know, it's a good use of that space
Yep.
over there.
Coat closet, shoes.
Yep.
And then your bathroom here, you got your full, you know, brand new clean shower. And you also have your, what is that, quartz?
Same as out here.
Yeah. Is that quartz counters?
Same counter in the bathroom as the kitchen.
Okay.
So
Beautiful.
quartz and the built-in shelving units I wanted to do just to conserve space and
I
also
like it.
make it more convenient, and the pocket door.
It's open, airy, and pocket doors are really sweet. There's
Everybody
something
loves a
about
pocket
them.
door.
I agree. All right. Woonsocket's a special place, and it's near and dear to my heart. It has a lot of really great history. I'm glad that you did this, Greg. This came out absolutely beautiful.
Don't they call you the Woonsocket Rocket?